Hey, family and friends. I pray this video finds you well. Well, it is day 21 of our 50 states and 50 days of prayer. And since it is day 21, that means the state of Illinois is up. Illinois, the land of my birth, the 21st state admitted into our union, December 3rd, 1818. Illinois is affectionately known as the land of Lincoln, as well as the Prairie State. Illinois carries a motto of state sovereignty and national unity. Would you agree with us here at the Father's house of glory and the Father's house of prayer as we intercede before the Lord according to Ezekiel 22:30 for the state of Illinois? Would you agree with us today that Illinois would truly be a state that shifts the national tide within our nation to one of true unity? Would you agree that Illinois would awaken and arise to its destiny to be a hinge that brings together all 49 other states in unity as one? Would you agree with us that there would be a shifting and a turning within the land of Lincoln, that they would once again grab hold of the ideals of the president, the 16th president of these United States, who wanted a land that was one, who wanted a United States of America and not one divided? Would you agree with us that a people in Illinois would awaken and arise to being one man in Christ, not two, but that they would recognize that the cross of Christ and his shed blood has brought the two men into one and reconciled them and made them one in unity? Would you agree that Illinois would awaken and arise to this destiny of unifying, bringing the nation into one? Would you agree with us for a righteous remnant that arises out of Illinois, that would raise up and would battle in the realm of the spirit for the soul of Illinois, for the soul of Chicago, my birth city, the city that is under siege by an enemy, a city that has been the enemy has wreaked havoc since the days of John Alexander Dowie, has wreaked havoc all across this city. Would you agree that a remnant would arise to turn the tide, that Chicago would not have to be destroyed, but that it would come back into a measure of its former glory, where John G. Lake, Mariah Woodworth Etter, D.L. Moody, and John Alexander Dowie walked through its streets, proclaimed the glory of God, shared the gospel, and walked in the power of the Spirit? Would you agree with us that a remnant would arise and would walk the streets of Chicago, pulling down demonic altars and strongholds, stopping witchcraft and demonic activity, breaking apart the conglomerate of darkness that exists there? That Chicago would once again be a beacon of hope, would be a light to the nations. Would you agree with us today that the citizens, not only in Chicago, but all over the state of Illinois, in Springfield, in Bloomingdale, all over the state of Illinois, would hear the cry of the Lord, and that they would in humility bow their knee unto him, and that they would become his? From Rockford all the way through the south of Illinois, that they would be his. Would you agree with us for a changing of their political persuasion, that they would not bow their knee to parties, Democrat or Republic, but they would bow their knee in humility to the kingdom of the Lord our God? Would you agree with us today for a new day dawning, for an awakening coming to Chicago, to the state of Illinois, to Rockford? Would you agree with us today into Peoria, Springfield, Would you agree with us today that the Lord would have an inheritance amongst the citizens of the state of Illinois? Well, we thank you for agreeing with us and interceding for Illinois. We look forward to joining you again tomorrow, day 22. Alabama is up. God bless you.